Payroll departments are used to group employees into logical work units. Payroll departments can be used when processing payroll by grouping employees that you want to pay at one time, or for reporting purposes of breaking down your earnings by the different work groups. Payroll departments are added from setup, payroll details, payroll departments. Payroll departments can represent any type of work crew that's for your particular business. In this payroll sample, we have a corporate, a store, and a tour lessons. We're going to add a store manager and click New. The details for a payroll department are very basic, just the abbreviation. And a name. We're going to click Save. And the new department is just added in the list. There's no assignment of a department at the employer level. We're going to go right to Employees. And we're going to add an employee that right now we're already seeing the department, the column was turned on. If you want to turn on the column of department on your list of employees, you would right-click, go to Add Remove Columns, and check that box for department. That would display that column. And we can order by that column, or we could order by last name, first name, whatever column is displayed. We're going to edit Stella and make her a store manager. So we're going to go to the detail. The payroll department is stored in the employment tab, and we can change the department here, click the lookup, and go to store manager. That's the only change that's needed. It is stored by employer. If you have multiple employers, you'd want to select the employer that you're changing or adding the department and click Save. The other way to add a payroll department, if you're adding it to multiple employees, is from the mass update. Setup, payroll details, employee mass update. We can highlight a couple of employees here. Let's choose 2 and go to detail. And we want to select the category of payroll information this time. Over in the upper right is the method, and you get the options of update existing records only, update existing and add missing, or only add record if missing. We're going to choose update existing and add missing records. They already have a department assigned. We're just wanting to switch it. So we're going to choose that option and now pick our new department of store manager. We don't need any of the other details. They're not changing, only the store manager. We're going to click update, and it indicates that they were in the store, and now we're going to make them store managers and click accept. That will update the employee's payroll department in their details. And we're ready to close out of here. Now let's go to our pay run and create a pay run. We're going to click New. And we can now filter by a payroll department. If we want to pay just one particular group at a time, we can select under the filtering payroll department. And from our lookup, we can pick which department we want to deal with. So if we pick tours and lessons, then it will list our employees that are tours and lessons. Once we have the selection, click the double green arrow to select those employees. And if we wanted to select another group, we can do that if there were more than one group that we wanted to pay. If we wanted the corporate at the same time, we could select those too. And we're ready to go to the Enter Pay tab. At the Enter Pay, the department that they're assigned to will be the default in the pay run. Let's turn on a department so we can see that. Right-click on the blue row, select Add Remove Columns, and check the box for department. And now we can move that up to the top and then position it where we want. We're going to go right after earnings. And that lists the department that we selected. We can change this department if we want to at this point. So if we want to pay this person the salary, but for this particular time frame, we want to pay him under the store manager. He was working over in that department. that will make this pay run assigned to the Department of Store Manager so that we can then report by that different department for this employee. And we're going to go ahead and click Save. You can now do reports by different payroll departments under Reports, and Reports again, under Payroll Data Reports and Payroll Register. There are a couple of reports that are already pre-built by department. This is going by the employee department. So if we do a summary of this by, let's do this quarter and preview, it will have a group for each one of our different departments: corporate, store, store manager. Now, I happen to know that the employee of Stella had a pay run posted that was in a different department than the one that she's currently in. So let's do a report that would show us that information. Let's close here. We're going to go to the payroll register with pay detail, and those dates are okay. We want to, in this report, we're not concerned with benefits, deductions, or taxes, so we're going to leave those all at no. We got include earnings as yes, and check details, we want yes, and we're going to preview. And I'm going to turn on a group. I'm going to go to group sort. I'm going to group this first by employee department. Here's employee department. We're going to select that, go to our selected tab, check it as a group, and we want to move that right above employee. Refresh. And now we get it broken down by these departments that are assigned at the employee level. So Jerry Berry is under corporate, under store we have Sam Apple, and now under store manager we have Stella. And then tours and lessons. Notice Stella has 3 pay runs here under hourly pay for store manager. Now I'm going to change this to, instead of using the employee department, I want the payroll department. The pay department is what it's called. Pay department, go back to selected. We're going to check that one and move it up again in the same position, but this time uncheck employee department, and we're going to use pay department. So now it's using the department assigned at the payroll level. And click refresh. And now go under store, and you'll see that her earnings were actually, when she was under the store department, it's under store now, not store manager. And she had 1 earnings under tours and lessons. So you don't see store manager. That was the default department. Now it's under the department that was assigned at the actual pay run. So if your practice is going to be of employees work in multiple departments, you'll want to use the pay department in reporting as opposed to the employee department. And once you have a report that you want, you can save that as a favorite, and it will be there for you for reporting the next time.